good, gamers? Welcome back to Fizzy MTG, guys. Today we gonna finish this thing, man. Woo! We're on the last part of this 1,000 rare box. Holy crap! Whew, this has been a lot of cards to read, but I have got some really fun cards through this, and that has been a blast. Hope you guys have enjoyed so far. Let's get right into it. Peace Walker Colossus, 3-drop vehicle. With 1 and a white, sorry, you can pay 1 and a white. Another target vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature until the end of turn. Crew for 4. It's a 6/6. Heck yeah. We got an Opal Titan. That ain't one of the 9 Titans. 2, a white and a white for an enchantment. When one of your opponents successfully casts a creature spell, if Opal Titan is an enchantment, Opal Titan becomes a 4/4 creature with protection from each of that spell's colors, and that counts as a giant. Ooh, heck yeah. Global Ruin for 4 and a white. We got ourselves a sorcery. Each player chooses from the lands he or she controls a land of each basic land type, then sacrifices the rest. Oh, dang. Golden Wish. I love that art. 3 white for a sorcery. Choose an artifact or enchantment card from you own from outside the game. Reveal that card and put it into your hand. Remove Golden Wish from the game. Oh, what the heck? Interesting.
The Antiquities War, 3 and a blue for a saga. Stage 1 and 2 read. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Stage 3. Artifacts you control become artifact creatures with base power and toughness 5/5 until the end of turn.
Nice. And we got at least 2 of them. Oh, yes. We got Zahid, Djinn of the Lamb. 4 blue for a Djinn. You may pay 3 and a blue and tap an untapped artifact you control rather than pay the spell's mana cost, and it's got flying and it's a 5/6. Oh, I love that. Heck yeah. Don't mind if I do. More Antiquities War. Yes. The Confiscation Coup? Coop? Is it coup or coop? 3 blue for a sorcery. Choose target artifact or creature you can... choose target artifact or creature. You get 4 energy counters. Then you may pay an amount of energy equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. If you do, gain control of it. Oh, okay. And then we got Ariel, Knight of Windgrace. Ooh, okay, cool. Human Knight, Vigilance. Pay 2 and a white tap. Create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance. And then you can pay a black and tap X untap knights you control. Destroy target creature with power X or less. Ooh, okay, that's fun. Mirai Conjecture, we've already read that. Ruin Raidor, for 2 and a black, you get an Orc Pirate. Very fun. Raid. At the beginning of your end step, if you attacked with a creature this turn, reveal the top cards of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to the card's converted mana cost. Oh yeah, we got ourselves another Phylactery Lich. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, Verdant Sun's Avatar. My buddy really loves this card. It's 5 green for a dinosaur avatar. When Verdant Sun's Avatar or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. I mean, that's just solid. Solid. Madcap Experiment. It's also just a 5/5. Let's see. Madcap Experiment. 3 and a red for sorcery. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Madcap Experiment deals damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way. Wow, okay. Fun. Girapur Orrery? I don't know what that is, but it's not Vidalcan Orrery, but it is an Orrery. What does it do? 4-drop artifact. Each player may play an additional land on each of his or her turns. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, that player draws 3 cards. That's just lovely. That's just nice to everyone. It's like, hey, buddy, you know what? Get your other land on the field this turn. You know what? Draw 3 cards when you're out of cards. But also that can destroy you and or your opponents, depending on how you do. You know, Sage of the Inward Eye. We've already read that one. Sanguine Sacrament. X white for an instant. You gain twice X life. Put Sanguine Sacrament on the bottom of its owner's library. Ooh. Retribution of the Ancients. It's a 1-drop enchantment. Oh, I love that. You can pay a black, remove X +1/+1 counters from among creatures you control. Target creature gets a -X until the end of turn. Oh, interesting. That's actually really fun. Okay. Lava-Born Muse. 3 in a red for a spirit. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 2 or fewer cards in hand, Lava-Born Muse deals 3 damage to him/her. Very cool. 1,000 Winds. 4 blue for an elemental. Flying. Morph for 5 blue. When 1,000 Winds is turned face up, return all other tapped creatures to their owner's hand. Nice. Heck yeah. Conjured Currency. Oh, man. 5 and a blue for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exchange control of Conjured Currency and target permanent you neither own nor control. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Archon of Triumvirate. I don't know how you say that. Triumvirate. 5, a white and a blue for an Archon. Flying whenever Archon of the Triumvirate, I don't know how you say that, attacks. Detain up to 2 target non-land permanents your opponent controls. Interesting. Very interesting. Another Skarg Goliath. Oh, yeah, love those. Sphinx of the Chimes. I should read this because I don't know if I have. 4 blue for a Sphinx. Flying, discard 2 non-land cards with the same name. Draw 4 cards. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Won't work in Commander, though, I don't think, right? Well, I mean, I guess like this is like a cheat of some sort, maybe, or tokens. Does it say non-token? Non-land? Oh, discard. Yeah, I don't think that would work. Cryptborn Horror for 1 a black and a black, 1 a red and red, 1 a black and red, 1 a red and black, whatever you want to call it. Creature Horror Trample. I love that. Cryptborn Horror enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the total life lost by your opponent this turn. Very cool. Carnival Hellsteed. What the heck? 4 black-red for a Nightmare Horse. First strike, haste, unleash. Yeah, that's it. Very cool. Hey, I love the art on this. It's so cool. Oh, man. Braids, Cabal Minion. 2 black for a human minion. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices an artifact, creature, or land. Yeah, it crazy. I like it. Territorial Kavu for a red and a green. I want to make a Kavu deck. Like, I don't know if Kavu are good, but like there are a lot of old Kavu. So if there's a tribal Kavu deck out there that's possible, hit me up. Maybe I'll try to make it if it's not expensive. Domain. Territorial Kavu's power and toughness are each equal to the number of basic lands types among lands you control. Whenever Territorial Kavu attacks, choose 1. Discard a card. If you do draw a card, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. That doesn't sound bad at all. Magus of the Bridge. Black for a human wizard. Whenever a non-token creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. When a creature is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, exile Magus of the Bridge. Interesting. Inevitable Betrayal. It's a sorcery with no mana cost. It has to spend 3, 1 blue, rather than cast this card from your hand. You may pay 1 blue, and exile it with 3 time counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep. Remove a time counter when the last is removed. You cast it without paying its mana cost. Search target opponent's library for a creature card and put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Then that player shuffles. Master of Death. 1 a blue and a black for a zombie wizard. When Master of Death enters the battlefield, surveil 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Master of Death is in your graveyard, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to your hand. Heck yeah, Moderation, we've already read. Oh, Karth the Lion. I think we already read this too, actually. Heck yeah. Brea's Apprentice. 2 in a red for a human artificer. When Brea's Apprentice enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless artifact creature token with flying. You can tap, sacrifice an artifact, choose 1, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Target creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. Dermo Taxi. It's a 2-drop vehicle with imprint. As Dermotaxi enters the battlefield, exile a creature card from a graveyard. Tap 2 untap creatures you control until the end of turn. Dermotaxi becomes a copy of the exiled card, except it's a vehicle in addition to its other types. Pretty cool. General Ferus Rockerick? I don't know how you say that. That's an interesting name. One a red and a white for a human soldier. Hexproof from multicolored. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a 4/4 red-white golem artifact creature token. Oh, yes. Oh, I love this. Mono green ooze. Eve, I don't know how you say it. Progenitor ooze. 2 green for an ooze. A legendary ooze with storm. Also, Ave Progenitor ooze isn't legendary if it's a token. Ave enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each ooze you control. I want ooze tribal. Yes. Ooh, Lana's Cryptozoologist. I believe this is actually a solid as heck card too. Green and a blue for a Snake Elf Scout. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, investigate. Tap. Sacrifice X clues. Target opponent reveals the top X cards of the library. You may put an online permanent card with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield under your control. That player puts the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. Yeah, that's pretty solid if you ask me. Cursed Totem. It's a 2-drop artifact with activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. Oh, God. That could shut down some decks, man. Culmination of Studies for X blue red. Exile the top X cards of your library for each land. Exile this way. Create a treasure token for each blue card. Exile this way. Draw a card for each red card. Exile this way. Culmination of Studies deals 1 damage to each opponent. Ooh. Elemental Expressionist for blue, red, blue, red. I'm not going to say all the combinations. Hybrid is it ×4. Or Prismari, I believe, right? Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, choose target creature you control until the end of turn. It gains. If this creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. And when you exile this creature, create a 4/4 blue-red elemental creature token. Yes. Beautiful. Manifestation Sage for hybrid Simic and or Quandrix. ×4. Human Wizard, when Manifestation Sage enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of cards in your hand. It's also a 2/2. Dramatic Finale. It is 4 hybrid Orzhov and or Silver Quill. For an enchantment, creatures tokens you control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more non-token creature you control dies, create a 2/1 white-black Inkling creature token with flying. This ability triggers only once each turn. This is my favorite one right here. Daemogoth Titan. 4 Golgari hybrid and or Witherbloom. For a creature demon. Whenever Daemogoth Titan attacks or blocks, sacrifice a creature. This is at 11/10. Guys, I just want to point out that you can put this in a deck and you can cast this all day long and just have it sitting there on the field without having to sacrifice a creature. Put this in a good old Gruul deck that's got red and green cards and just literally fling it at your opponent. There's a card called Fling. I'm going to try to remember to pop it on the screen. Yeah, cast this, fling it at your opponent's face. As a matter of fact, if you can get 4 of these, why not have 4 to fling at your opponent's face? It's a 4-drop 11/10. You're welcome. Hall of Oracles. It's a land with tap, add a colorless, or pay 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color. So filtering, beautiful. Tap, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, activate only as a sorcery, and only if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Very useful. The Biblioplex. It's a land with tap for a colorless, or pay 2 tap, look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant or sorcery card, you may reveal it, put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Activate only if you have exactly 0 or 7 cards in hand. Interesting little card. 1 and a white for academic probation. It's a lesson. Choose one. Choose a non-land card name. Opponent can't cast spells with the chosen name until the next turn. Your next turn. Choose target non-land permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. That sounds pretty useful.
Devastating Mastery.
2 white for a sorcery. You may pay 2 white rather than the spell's mana cost. Oh yeah, we've already read this card. And we've already read Experimental Growth. Basic Conjuring. I don't know if we've read this one or not, but it's 1 green for a lesson. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among those. Put that card into your hand. Among them, and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order you gain 3 life.
Auric Lore Mage.
2 black for Human Warlock. You can tap, search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. If it's an instant or sorcery card, put a 1/1 counter on Auric Lore Mage. Ooh, and if you got like a recursive kind of strategy, this could basically be a tutor. You just tutor it to your graveyard and then you cast it from there. Draconic Intervention. 2 red for a sorcery as an additional cost to cast a spell. Exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Draconic Intervention deals X damage to each non-dragon creature, where X is the exiled card's mana value. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. Exile Draconic Intervention. Interesting. Interessant.
Fervent Mastery. 3
red for a sorcery. You may pay 2 red rather than pay the spell's mana cost. If the 2 red was spelled, an opponent discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. Search your library for up to 3 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle, then discard 3 cards at random.
Plarg, Dean of Chaos.
Which I think we've already read, because we got, Augusta, Dean of Order. Yes. Illuminate History. 2 red for a sorcery lesson. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. Then, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, create a 3/2 red-white spirit creature token. Lone Revenant. 3 blue for a spirit with hexproof. Oh, you gotta love hexproof. Whenever Lone Revenant deals combat damage to a player, if you control no other creatures, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Loaming Shaman. That's an interesting little card. 2 and a green for a Centaur Shaman. When Loaming Shaman enters the battlefield, target player shuffles any number of target cards from his or her graveyard into his or her library. Oh yeah, and we got another Verizal, the Split Current. Ooh. Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. I don't know if we read this one. 4 red for a Vampire Rogue. This spell costs 1 less cast for each creature in your party. Flying Death Touch Haste. Okay, I already love it. Other creatures you control have Death Touch. Oh, heck yeah. Whenever a creature you control does combat damage to a Planeswalker, destroy that Planeswalker. Oh, Planeswalker Death Touch too. Zareth San, the Trickster, Merfolk Rogue. 3, a blue and a black for a Merfolk Rogue with Flash. Pay 2 blue and a black. Return an unblocked attacking rogue you control to its owner's hand. Put Zareth San, the Trickster, from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Whenever Zareth San deals combat damage to a player, you may put target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Ooh. Aura Skyclave Hierophant. Akiri, Fearless Voyager. I don't know if we've read this, but that's cool. That's basically the cycle from, or like the rares from Zendikar Rising. Most of them. 1 a red and a white for a legendary creature core warrior. Whenever you attack a player with 1 or more equipped creatures, draw a card. You can pay a white. You may unattach an equipment from a creature you control. If you do, tap that creature. It gains indestructible until the end of its turn. Dang. Okay. Got a couple of those. Kadena Silencer. 1 and a blue for a Naga Wizard. When Kadena Silencer is turned face up, counter all abilities your opponent control. Megamorph for 1 and a blue. Ooh, okay. Pontiff of Blight. 4 black for a zombie cleric with extort. Other creatures you control have extort. Sorry. Said that weird. Grave Endeavor. 5 black for an instant. Roll 2d10. Choose 1 result. Return creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the result. Then each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the other result. Oh yeah, I remember that we did read that card. That's a sick as heck card though. Fey Steed. 2 white for an elk. Whenever Fey Steed attacks another target attacking creature, you control gains indestructible until the end of turn. Whenever a creature or planeswalker you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. It's a 4/4. Heck yeah. And yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. Woo! We have gone through 1,000 cards. This entire box right here, which you guys will see an empty space in, but that's because the cards we just went through are now out of it. Oh yeah, but that's every card in the box. I'm actually going to put these cards back in the box. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm going to take every card out of this box because I'm going to be making one more video, which hopefully, by the time this video is out, that video was the first in this series titled Episode 0, where we go through every card in this box. For those of you who don't care for me to read all the effects, you just want to see the cards, hopefully that video has been up a while. You've already seen it. If you liked it and you wanted to know what everything did, maybe you watched through and you're like, okay, I gotta see what everything does because I just want to know, man. You know. Understandable though if you want to watch the much quicker video where I just show everything. You know, yeah, no hate on that one. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed this video, this series, leave a like, comment, let me know your thoughts. Do you want more stuff like this? Do you want less stuff like this? Do you want more episode zeros? Let me know in the comments, and I will take it into consideration as I go forward. That's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a great day. Later.